Hey guys, it's your girl, Top 10 Mysteries, back with another video. Today, we're diving into the deep end of the internet, the really creepy part. We're talking about online challenges, but not the fun kind, like makeup challenges. No, these are the scary, dangerous, and sometimes deadly ones. Buckle up, subscribers, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's get started. First up, the cinnamon challenge. You take a spoonful of cinnamon and try to swallow it without choking. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. Cinnamon is super drying, making it impossible to swallow. People end up coughing, sputtering, and sometimes even throwing up. It's not just gross, it's actually really dangerous. Some people have ended up in the hospital with collapsed lungs. Even though everyone knows it's dangerous, people are still doing it. Stick to cinnamon rolls and leave the challenges to the professionals. Let's move on. Remember Pokémon Go? It was huge in 2016. Everyone was out there trying to catch them all. It seemed like harmless fun, right? Exercise, virtual creatures, new friends. But things got dark. People were walking into traffic, trespassing, even getting robbed. It was like a zombie apocalypse, only everyone was after Pikachu. There were reports of people getting hurt or even dying because of Pokémon Go. The game was also blamed for a rise in crime. It's a reminder to be careful about how much we let technology take over our lives. On to the next one. This next one is just messed up. It's called the Skullbreaker challenge. 3 people stand next to each other, and the 2 on the outside kick the legs out from under the person in the middle. This causes them to fall backward and potentially break their skull. This is incredibly dangerous and has sent people to the hospital with serious injuries. Some have even ended up with permanent brain damage. People are so desperate for likes and views that they're willing to seriously hurt themselves or someone else. The Skullbreaker challenge is a perfect example of why you shouldn't believe everything you see on the internet. Moving on. Next up, the Charlie challenge. You take 2 pencils, arrange them in a cross shape, and summon a demon named Charlie by asking it questions. It sounds like something out of a bad Disney Channel movie, but people were freaking out about this. There were videos of people screaming, crying, running out of rooms. Even if you don't believe in the supernatural, this challenge can still be dangerous. It can really mess with your head, especially if you're already feeling anxious or stressed. For kids, it can be downright terrifying. The Charlie challenge is a reminder that sometimes the scariest things on the internet are the ones we create ourselves. The pass-out challenge, also known as the choking game, is one of the most dangerous and deadly challenges on this list. It involves intentionally cutting off your oxygen supply to get a brief high. People do this by choking themselves, hyperventilating, or pressing on their chests. Depriving your brain of oxygen can cause seizures, brain damage, and even death. It's incredibly dangerous and has already claimed far too many lives. Parents, teachers, friends, we all need to be talking about this and educating young people about the very real risks involved. There are so many other ways to have fun and get a thrill that don't involve risking your life. Just please don't do the pass-out challenge. It's not worth it. Remember when everyone was obsessed with eating Tide Pods? Yeah, that was weird. They're laundry detergent pods filled with chemicals. Why would anyone want to eat that? But for some reason it became a thing. People were filming themselves biting into these brightly colored pods, and it was just gross. Eating Tide Pods can cause vomiting, diarrhea, seizures, and even death. Thankfully, the Tide Pod challenge seems to have died down, but it's a reminder that we need to be careful about what we're putting into our bodies, and also that the internet can be a very strange and confusing place. Moving on. The Fire Fairy challenge is just messed up on so many levels. It encourages kids to turn on their gas stoves and pretend to be fire fairies. They want kids playing with fire. This is beyond irresponsible. Thankfully, This challenge didn't gain as much traction as some of the others on this list, but it's still incredibly dangerous. It only takes one spark to start a fire, and the thought of a child getting hurt because of this challenge is just heartbreaking. Talk to your kids about fire safety. Make sure they know that playing with fire is never okay, no matter what they see online. Remember Slender Man? That creepy, faceless figure in a suit that haunts the internet? He became an internet sensation, a modern-day boogeyman. Well, it turns out that some people took this fictional character a little too seriously. What started as a harmless meme spiraled into something much darker. Back in 2014, two 12-year-old girls in Wisconsin lured their friend into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. Their reason? They believed they were acting on Slender Man's orders. They claimed that Slender Man told them to do it. This shocking incident brought the fictional character into a horrifying reality. This case shocked the nation and raised a lot of questions about the influence of the internet on young people. How could a fictional character drive real-life actions? It's a chilling reminder that the line between fantasy and reality can become blurred, especially for impressionable minds. The internet can be a powerful tool, but also a dangerous one. We need to be mindful of the content our children are consuming online. It's crucial to understand what they are exposed to and how it affects them. Have open and honest conversations with them about what's real and what's not. Encourage them to question and critically think about the content they see. Teach them how to be responsible digital citizens. Educate them on the importance of internet safety and the potential consequences of online actions. The Momo challenge turned out to be a hoax, but it still caused a lot of panic and fear. People were genuinely terrified, and the media frenzy only added to the chaos. Remember that creepy image of a woman with bulging eyes and a distorted smile? That was Momo. Her unsettling appearance was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. She was supposedly haunting WhatsApp, sending threatening messages to people, and encouraging them to harm themselves. The idea that such a figure could reach out to anyone through their phone was deeply disturbing. The story spread like wildfire, and soon everyone was talking about Momo. Social media platforms were flooded with posts, and news outlets couldn't get enough of the sensational story. But as it turned out, it was all a big fat lie. The fear was real, but the threat was not. There was never any evidence that Momo actually existed, or that anyone had been harmed because of the challenge. Investigators found no credible reports linking the image to any real-world incidents. It seems like it was just a case of mass hysteria fueled by the internet's love of a good scare. People love a thrilling story, and the Momo challenge fit the bill perfectly. It's a reminder that we need to be critical of what we see online. Not everything that goes viral is true, and it's important to question the authenticity of such stories. Check your sources before you hit that share button. A little skepticism can go a long way in preventing unnecessary panic and fear. The number one most controversial online challenge is the Blue Whale Challenge. This sinister game has captured the attention of many, causing widespread panic and concern among parents and authorities alike. This one is seriously disturbing. It preys on vulnerable individuals, often teenagers, who are already struggling with their mental health. It's a 50-day challenge that encourages self-harm and ultimately suicide. Each day, participants are given a new task, each more horrifying than the last. Participants are assigned a series of increasingly disturbing tasks, culminating in the final task, taking their own life. These tasks are designed to break down the participants' mental state, making them feel isolated and hopeless. There's a lot of debate about whether or not the Blue Whale Challenge even exists in the way it's been portrayed online. Some argue it's an urban legend, while others believe it's a very real and dangerous phenomenon. But regardless of whether or not it's real, the Blue Whale Challenge has sparked a very important conversation about mental health and suicide prevention. It's a wake-up call for society to pay more attention to the mental well-being of our youth. We need to be there for each other, especially young people who might be struggling in silence. Open communication and support can make a huge difference in someone's life. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, please reach out for help. Don't hesitate to talk to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. There are resources available, like the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, that can provide support and guidance. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Oh my God, you guys, I am shook. That was a lot, even for me. But seriously, these challenges are no joke. It's scary how easily people can be influenced by what they see online. But the good news is, we can do something about it. Talk to your friends and family about these challenges, report them when you see them, and choose to be kind and responsible online. That's it for me today, you guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Bye.